r/AskReddit. Which quote is most improved by tacking here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, to the end of it? In less than an hour aircrafts from here will join others from around the world and you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interests. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution. But from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win today, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. Here, in the middle of the Olive Garden. You come to me here, and you ask me for a favor, on this, the day of my daughter's wedding, here in the middle of this Olive Garden? Hecko, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Our arrows will blot out the sun, then we will fight in the shade, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of crap and came out clean on the other side, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France, we shall fight on the seas and oceans, we shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air, we shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, ****** here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, ******. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, *****. This is one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. If I had a gun with 2 bullets and I was with Hitler, Bin Laden, and Toby, I would shoot Toby twice, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a dog, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden? 407 years ago our fathers brought forth on this continent, a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I did not have UAL relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I love the smell of napalm, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Et tu, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, brute? In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth was without form, and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I have had it with these motherfudgin' snakes here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Greater than the man who sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, however humble he may be, this day will elevate his status. And gentlemen in England, still lying in their beds, will think themselves accursed because they were not here, and be in awe while anyone speaks who fought with us upon St. Crispin's Day, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. You don't offer friendship. You don't even think to call me godfather. Instead, you come into my house on the day my daughter is to be married, and you ask me to do murder for money, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, Ayn Rand. The line must be drawn here. This far, no further. Here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. You don't understand. I coulda had Sealbit. I coulda been a contender. I could have been somebody here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's crap. I did not hit her. I did not, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Oh hi Mark. So I started blasting, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Give me liberty, or give me death. I'll have what she's having here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Hide yo kids, hide yo wife, and hide your husband, 'cause they're rapin' everybody. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, Art of War by Sun Tzu, if anyone is wondering. I feel the need for speed. What is my perfect crime? I break into Tiffany's at midnight. Do I go for the vault? No, I go for the chandelier. It's priceless. As I'm taking it down, a woman catches me. She tells me to stop. It's her father's business. She's Tiffany. I say no. We make love all night. In the morning, the cops come and I escape in one of their uniforms. I tell her to meet me in Mexico, but I go to Canada. I don't trust her. Besides, I like the cold. 30 years later, I get a postcard. I have a son and he's the chief of police. This is where the story gets interesting. I tell Tiffany to meet me in Paris by the Trocadero. She's been waiting for me all these years. She's never taken another lover. I don't care. I don't show up. I go to Olive Garden. ***, that's where I stashed the chandelier. ***. There's 106 miles to Chicago, we've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark out, and we're wearing sunglasses, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. It's over Anakin, I have the high ground, here in the middle of this Olive Garden. To be or not to be, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Oh screw it, bring me more breadsticks. Ready your breakfast and eat hearty. For tonight, we dine here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. ***ahu, ahu, ahu***. Grab 'em by the. You can do anything here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the middle of this Olive Garden. So I was sitting there, barbecue sauce on my thighs. I couldn't stop for death, but he kindly stopped for me here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Don't tempt me, Frodo, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Dread it, run from it. Destiny still arrives, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. We are going to build a wall, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. I haven't been fudged like that since grade school, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. You can always count on the Americans to do the right thing after they have tried everything else. Welcome to the rice field mother ***CKER here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. I was born a poor black child here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. That's what she said, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. What's a girl like you doing with a guy like me, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden? I'll be back *** here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, *** Terminator. When you're a star, they let you do it, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden. Picard, there are 4 lights here in the middle of this Olive Garden. Ghoul Madrid, OFFS. Glyn Kador. You have administered the psychotropic to the wrong inmate. ***, do it ***. Et tu, brute? Here, in the middle of this Olive Garden? God is dead. God remains dead. And we have killed him, here, in the middle of this Olive Garden, niche. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe and smack that bell icon to stay up to date on our videos. See you next time.